Greetings and welcome to the DoubleTake demonstration of DoubleTake Move data-only migration. In this short video, we're going to show you how easily you can migrate data from one server to another with DoubleTake Move. So let's go ahead and get started. What I've done beforehand is I've installed DoubleTake Move on two Windows 2012 R2 servers. One's my source server, one's my destination server. The nice part about DoubleTake Move data migration is that actually you can have the source and the target be the exact same server, which is ideal in a SAN migration. Or the source can be an older operating system like Windows 2008 and going to a newer operating system. That's the beauty of DoubleTake Move data-only migration. Also, I've inserted these servers into my DoubleTake console, which is on a third machine. I've put the DoubleTake Move licensing on them and I've activated them, so we're ready to start our job. In DoubleTake 8, you may notice the console looks a little bit different if you're familiar with older versions of DoubleTake. And now we have getting started tips. If you're new to DoubleTake, we have a context-sensitive search that will filter out all the servers if you have a lot of servers in here. And we've gotten rid of the get started. What happens now is you can right-click on a server and it'll give you the option that is available. It notices that I only have DoubleTake Move on here, so my only option is to migrate. I'm immediately taken to the screen that allows me to choose the workload that I want to do. I'm doing a files and folders migration, so I'm going to go ahead and select that one. When you select files and folders, the system volume is normally not selected by default, but I can go down into replication rules and select any files or folders that I want. So I've gone into my replication rules, and I'm just going to select a folder called data. It's got a lot of varying files in here just to get a small amount of data for our demonstration. So I'm going to select the data, and then I'm going to say add rule. That means it's going to get everything within the data folder. If I didn't want a particular folder, I could exclude it. I can also include and exclude by file types. So if you have all the data that you want, simply click next, and now we're going to go ahead and select our target. Because we're doing a files and folders migration, we do have the source as available target option because you can go from one volume to another, especially if you're doing a SAN type of migration. I'm going to go to a different machine here. So I select the target that I want to go to. And the target can be anywhere, physical, virtual, or cloud. That doesn't matter to us. Now you're taken to the job options page, and we're not going to show all the options here, but if you want to hit F1 at any time, you'll get all the detailed information on every job option and what it does. Now we're in the set options page. We can see the job name is the name of the source or the name of the target. Under failover options, what it's going to do, it's going to mirror and replicate data, and it's going to continue to replicate data in real time until we actually click a failover button, but I can of course have that not happen by unchecking that. And also, because it's just a data only migration, it is not going to necessarily shut down the production server, but you can have it do that. And if I am failing over from an older OS to a newer OS, and I want to also fail over or migrate the shares, I can do that as well. Under the network route, we actually have a new feature in DoubleTake 8 where we can specify not only the IP address to go to, but also the port. So I can edit this IP address. Maybe I need to put in a public IP address because it's behind a firewall, and maybe I need to do port forwarding because I don't have enough public IP addresses to perform a one-to-one NAT. So you can specify all that right here. Under path mapping, by default, wherever it is on the production site, we're going to put it on the destination site, but you don't have to do that. So you can put it in a different path if you wanted to as well. Once you get all your options set up, simply click next and you're taken to the job summary screen. The job summary screen is simply a pre-flight checklist to make sure everything is ready to go, that the source can talk to the target, that there is sufficient space, and so on and so forth. If there are any issues, you can check out those issues and we can possibly fix them. Once you're done, simply click Finish, and now the migration is starting. It is now mirroring and replicating the data in real time from the source to the destination server. Once it's done, it's going to continue with the replication process to make sure that any changes done on production are immediately sent over the target in real time. Once this synchronizing is now complete, we're going to be able to migrate at any time. Let's hang out for a second and allow this synchronization or this mirror to complete. Alright, our mirror has completed and it's just been a couple minutes and now we're in a protecting state. So again, the real-time replication is keeping the data up to date with any changes that occur on production. And also keep in mind that throughout this entire process, the installation, the activation, the job creation, the mirroring, and the replication, At no point did I have to take any of my users offline to perform any of these actions. So before we cut over, let's make some change so we can see that on the destination side. Here I've connected to the admin share on the production machine, so I'm just going to go in that data folder and let's go ahead and just create a couple files here. So I've created some couple files here. Replication again is keeping that target up to date in real time so we can cut over at any time. Let's close this out and let's go ahead and do the cut over. Also, before you do the cutover, one last thing you probably want to take a look at is recovery point latency. Recovery point latency is a new statistic in 8.0, and when it is at 0, that means the sorcerer and target are completely in sync and you can truly cut over at any time. In order to do the cutover, we simply click the cutover button, and we're going to go ahead and cut over to live data. If you wanted to do a test, the best way to do that is simply to stop the job, and then you can manipulate the data on the target, test it, make sure it's the data that you want, make sure you can migrate your users and all that stuff, and then start up the job and it will remove any changes that occurred on the target. But we're actually doing the actual cutover here, so I click the cutover button and cut over again. Now the cutover is occurring. What it's simply doing is stopping the mirroring and replication. So I could have also achieved this by stopping the job or simply deleting the job as well and not clicking the cutover button. But at this point, the data is now on the target, and if you needed to redirect any users, change DNS, add an IP address or anything like that, you could of course done that. One of the options within the files and folders migration is the options to run a script, so you can also have a script perform all of those actions as well. Let's take a look at the data on the target now. I'm on the target server R2-2, and if I go into that data folder, you'll see all my data there, including the data that I just created before the cutover. It's all there, it's ready to go. At this point, there's really nothing left for us to do other than to delete this job, and our migration is complete. This brings us to the end of the DoubleTake demonstration of DoubleTake Move Files and Folders Migration. To learn more and to stay informed, please give us a call at the number on your screen or visit us at doubletake.com. I'd like to thank you for your time and have a great day.